Hi and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. First of all, before we get into the transfers, I want to say a big thank you to everybody. Yesterday we hit 1 million subscribers. Absolutely amazing here on AFTV, and it's been all because of you. You subscribed to the channel. You've been watching our content, over the years, and I really appreciate it. And this show, AFTV Transfer Daily, has been a big part of that success. I remember when I first started doing this show, it had never been done before. Nobody had done a transfer show where they spoke about transfers on a day-to-day basis. And literally I started it and I said, I'm going to do transfers. I'm going to speak about them every single day of the summer. And it was tough. Waking up some mad hours, researching till some mad hours. But it was really successful. Then I did January, that was really successful, and then we just kept it going ever since. And this show is a big part of that 1 million. So to everybody who watches this show faithfully, thank you very much. I know it can be a frustrating show to watch because, sometimes it can be a joyful show. I remember when we signed Ozil and people like that, it was brilliant. But will it be a joyful time this season? Now, a lot of the talk today is all about Wilfried Zaha, a story that emanates, I think, is from the Sun newspaper. That's the publication that's gone strongly with this today. That Unai Emery has gone to the board. He's knocked on the door, bang, 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 beating it down, saying, listen, I need more money. I need more funds because I want to sign Wilfried Zaha. Now, if this story is true, I'd be really happy. Wilfried Zaha, of course, is a quality player. I've been talking about him now for a couple of seasons, saying that for me, he'd be the perfect signing for Arsenal. Me and DT have argued a lot about it over the years on, when we've done the podcasts, because he doesn't really rate him. But I've always said, listen, for me, this guy is a top quality winger, one of the best there is in the Premier League, and I think he would bring a lot to Arsenal. He really would. I know he went to Man United before and it didn't work out. He was very young then, but he's matured now. He's 26 and he's a top quality player. Currently playing in the African Cup of Nations for the Ivory Coast. He's excellent. Now, the talk is that Unai Emery has gone and he said to the board, I need more money. Palace won around about £55 million for him. And of course, we all know the stories of the budget only being 40 or 45 million pounds before we offload players. Emery apparently is saying to the board, listen, I need extra money to sign this guy. If you want me to get a top quality winger in, this is what it's going to take. If this is true, I'll be really happy that Unai Emery is saying those sort of things, because we all know that the money that they're giving him at the moment is a paltry amount of money to get the quality players in that we need. And on the Wilfried Zaha thing, I heard this from a very good source the other day, that we were offered him last summer, right? That we could have bought him last summer, but we didn't want to pay out the fee for him. And again, you know what I mean? If the ambitions of the club, which we keep hearing from the board and keep hearing from representatives, that the ambition of the club is to win things, is to be successful, you need to be bringing in top quality players like Wilfried Zaha. Simple as that. If you're not going to get those type of players, simply, we are not going to be challenging for the league. We are not going to be winning trophies. We're not going to get anywhere near that. At the moment, to get anywhere near that, forget even winning it, we need to bring in more quality. So it'd be interesting to see if this is true. It'd be interesting to see how this one plays out. But certainly if it's true, it's good to know that Unai Emery is saying, come on, man, enough is enough. Give me some proper dough to go out there and buy some good players. Let's see how it all pans out. He may go back in for Yannick Carrasco. Carrasco at the moment is an absolute nightmare for him down there in China. It's an absolute shambles, a mess what's going down there with him at the moment. Carrasco, as we know, has been suspended by the club in China, Dilian Yafang. They're really unhappy with him. I see yesterday that even the manager now of Dilian Yafang has come out criticising Carrasco, saying the same thing what the players have said, basically. that basically he's not putting the right amount of effort in, and they're very unhappy with the situation at the moment. The club have said to him he's going to remain suspended until he goes and apologises to the players. And, you know, there's a lot of talk that possibly they may even cancel his contract. There's a lot of talk of that. Now, if they did cancel his contract and his contract was terminated, would that make it easier for Arsenal to then go in and try and sign him? That would be very interesting to see what would happen if they, because we are in, you know, we want a winger. His agent admitted yesterday that Arsenal are one of a few clubs. He wasn't just Arsenal, but he said Arsenal are one of a few clubs that have definitely showed an interest in signing Yannick Carrasco. But as I said, his situation's a mess at the moment. It could be that Arsenal might be just waiting to pounce if something goes wrong. We're pretty good at that. You know, we pounced on and got Lacazette over the line when, you know, the transfer ban was put on Atletico Madrid. Because remember, Lacazette was going there. Could we pounce if the contract is terminated for Yannick Carrasco? Could Arsenal then move in and try and get him? And as I said, do you want him? There's quite a few fans that, you know, in the comment section that were saying that, listen, we don't want this guy, man. He's a troublemaker. I mean, he's a diva. What kind of attitude is that he's showing? But he's a quality player and we need quality. And then there's Kieran Tierney of Celtic. Now, Arsenal have reportedly put a second bid in. We all know about the first bid that they put in. Derisory bid for around about £9 million to a team that want 25 million, which was rejected. They've put in another bid, apparently. The exact amount of that bid is not known, but they put in another bid, and this bid apparently has been rejected as well. It said that Arsenal will return with a third bid for Kieran Tierney. He is a priority signing for Arsenal. They do want to get this signing done. So it's going to be really interesting to see, you know, how quickly they can get this done and how quickly it will all develop. But Arsenal still very interested in getting this Kieran Tierney deal over the line. I asked the question on yesterday's show, was we to get Tierney, which left back would we then move out? Or which left back for you guys should we move out? Should we move out Monreal or should we get rid of Kolasinac? 73% of you said Monreal should be the player that should go. And the rest of you, 27%, said no, let's keep Zaha Kolasinac. So that's very interesting. We get a lot more money for Kolasinac because we got him in on a free. He's on a lot more wages than Monreal. But you guys seem to prefer to keep Nacho Monreal. So be really interesting to see how that one works out. Now, linked today with Benjamin Bougivard. I hope I pronounced that right. Probably not. Bougivard, I think it is. He plays for Rennes over there in France. We all remember Rennes. I'll tell you what, Rennes were a really good team when we played them in the Europa League. One of the best teams we played. They were really, really good. Now, Arsenal are interested in him. He's a creative attacking midfielder. Valued at around about the £18 million mark. Again, he's another one of these players that have been attracting a lot of interest from a lot of clubs. Still only 25. Sevilla put in a bid for £11 million for him, but that was rejected by Rennes. They want more money for him. They know the value of him. As I said, they value him at around about £18 million. Liverpool said to be the favourites to sign him. There's a lot of clubs looking at him. Clubs in the top six that are interested in this guy. Will Arsenal try and move into, you know, make a serious offer, or will he end up at Liverpool or maybe Sevilla? Who knows? But another player that Arsenal have been linked to today. And Lucas Torreira, these rumours rumble on and on and on about him moving to AC Milan. Italian media outlet yesterday called Sport Media Set, they claimed that Lucas Torreira has told Arsenal he wants to leave. Then they've also claimed that AC Milan want to make a 2-year loan offer for Torreira worth £7 million, then with a purchase option of £34 million. As I said yesterday, it makes no sense for me to sell Lucas Torreira. He's a fan's favourite. He, you know, will be a lot of money to replace. You know, he's a young player. If we replace him and get a suitable replacement who's as good as him, it's going to cost us a hell of a lot of money. But these AC Milan rumours are still out there. I think Lucas Torreira will stay put, although, you know, if those rumours are true and he's asked to leave, and again, we don't know if it's true or not. You know what it's like with a lot of these media outlets, especially the smaller ones. There's a lot of speculation, a lot of sort of almost like they make up stuff. Let's be honest with it sometimes, right? This could be a made up story, but who knows? We do know that Lucas Torreira himself has said that he's not that happy at Arsenal, but then he did also go on to say he wants to make it work. He wants to adapt. He wants to learn the language. He wants to, you know, so it's really interesting. His old manager from Sampdoria is the manager, of course, of AC Milan. And of course, the guy doing the deals at AC Milan, the chairman there, Ivan Gazidis. So it wouldn't go down well if they managed to get Torreira. But for me, I can see Arsenal holding on to Torreira, but these rumours just will not go away. And also linked to Joe Ariba today of Charlton. Now, Ariba had a very good season for Charlton last season. 22-year-old midfielder. Arsenal said to be one of a host of clubs tracking him at the moment. He's available on a free transfer, so it wouldn't cost Arsenal anything. A young prospect. And as I said, Charlton resigned to losing him as he had a great season last year. But will Arsenal move for him? Would he be the answer coming from Charlton? I very much doubt it. But let's see how that one develops out. Let's get into a couple of your comments today. Reese Nelson here, not the Reese Nelson, but that's his avatar and his name for his account. He says, sell Kolasinac. We can get 25 million for him. We'll get nothing for Nacho Monreal. Nacho can fill in cup games. That's a decent point, because if you sold Kolasinac, you would get a lot more money, probably like he says, about 25 million pounds. Pure profit, because we didn't pay no money for him. He's on big wages. That would be off the wage bill. Nacho Monreal would be very able backup to, you know, a Kieran Tierney if we got him in. And I think he could fill in more than just cup games. So, but, you know, Nacho is an aging player. Rogue Gunner 69 says, I thought we should have got Wanyama from Celtic. We should have got Van Dijk from them, definitely. Don't miss out on Tierney, because he's one of the best left backs available and we need one. Great points from him there, and he's right about both of those players. Wanyama, Van Dijk. Wanyama at the time, we needed a defensive midfielder. Didn't move, he went on the cheap. Van Dijk went on the cheap as well, we didn't move. We're not going to get Tierney for cheap. Celtic have wised up now. But if we want a quality player, we're going to have to pay the money for him. And finally, this one, Mitz Typical, he says, we should buy Izzo. Amanda Izzo, that is, from Torino. We don't have to worry about a ball-carrying centre-backs, because most people forget how important Rob Holding was for that. But then you also got to remember that Rob Holding got injured, was out for half of the season, and then that ball-carrying, ball-looking after the ball at the back went out the window, because there was nobody else who could really do it. And that really affected our game. Remember, at the start of the season, we were playing the ball out from the back. It worked really well with Rob Holding in there. Soon as Holding went out, the other guys like Koscielny, Mustafi, Socrates, not very good at that. And we were getting into lots of trouble at the back. And then we used to have to start going longer. You know, so maybe we do need to get a ball playing centre-back in and have more than one of them. Who knows? Listen, thanks for watching the show today. Don't forget, we will be back tomorrow. And once again, I want to thank you for subscribing to this channel. Keep subscribing if you don't subscribe. And we're so grateful that we've hit 1 million subscribers. Thank you very much.